We're going to explain how to change the date format in SAP. There are several ways to do this, depending on what you want to change and where you're seeing the date. Changing the user profile date format. This affects how dates are displayed in most parts of the SAP GUI. Change this, go to your SAP Easy Access menu, then find and open your user profile, usually via User Profile, Own Data. Look for a section related to defaults or parameters, and find the settings for date format. Here, you'll typically see options to select a specific format, like MMDD, YII, DD, MMYI, YI, MMDD, etc. Select your preferred format and save your changes. This change will only impact your own view of the dates. Other users will still see their preferred formats. Changing the date format in a specific transaction. Sometimes, a particular transaction or report might use a hard-coded date format that overrides your user profile settings. This requires a bit more investigation and might involve modifying the output of the report using field exits or by customizing the report itself. If you encounter this, you'll likely need to find the report or transactions code or documentation, or ask your SAP administrator or developer for assistance. You may need to explore the transaction's relevant settings or use a debugging tool to identify where the date format is defined. Changing the system-wide date format, Advanced. Changing the system-wide date format is typically a task only for SAP administrators. This affects all users, and usually involves changes to SAP's system settings and parameters. It's more complex and requires a deep understanding of SAP administration, so it's advisable to only attempt this if you're highly experienced with SAP or have the support of an administrator. These steps usually involve working with SAP's transaction codes and customizing the system's configuration tables, or using function modules for developers. SAP provides various function modules for date manipulation, allowing developers to programmatically format dates according to specific requirements within custom programs or reports. These function modules offer finer control over date formatting, but they require programming skills and a working knowledge of ABAP, SAP's programming language. In conclusion, remember to save any changes you make to your user profile. If you're attempting changes beyond your user profile settings, remember to proceed with caution and consult the relevant SAP documentation or your SAP administrator.